What's going on, everybody? This is Jay Cruz out of Panama City Beach for week 5 of my post-shoulder surgery recovery and playing guitar. Now, I will say, I'm going to go over all the things that I've gotten done. I had the rotator cuff, labrum repaired, and long-headed biceps tendon reattached. Because it was frayed and just messed up, and then they shaved off some bone spurs. So January 14th is when I had my my surgery, and then so now we're a whole month and a week after from the surgery. Now, like I've had pretty good leaps, but then sometimes I get little steps backwards. And like with previously, the broomstick was pretty hard to get up. Now it's getting easier. It's not really heavy, but just getting it up there and stretching and getting that range of motion, going over my head with it and stuff like that. While laying down, and I'm supporting it with my right hand and arm, stuff like that, just to make sure that like I just don't fall and mess up my progress. So the exercises that I'm doing in physical therapy, you go in there, I'm on this pulley system. It's like a jump rope with handles. You pull this side up, and it assists in bringing my my right arm up. And this is as high as I go without it. Like, I mean, I can't really go high at all. And this is, I got like a 4 inch foam here that I have there all the time, but I have this, it's like a string with pulleys on it, and I bring it up and it goes over my head up here, and it's just really good to break up all of the scar tissue and whatever that's in there, just giving it more motion and just getting some of the those muscles developed to get ready for advanced physical therapy. So we do that for about 5 minutes, and then we go up this way and then bring it out to the side, and I bring it up, see, like right there. So like without bringing my shoulder up, like bringing it up to my ear, like this is, it's really not that much. I got 4 inches of play, but I can. This kind of hurts right here. Well, I can get on a guitar and play and put a lot of different chords. Now, it is sometimes difficult because, like I said, a B minor 7, you got 3 chords and you're using all four fingers there. But like it's just a different way of putting your fingers on there for the chords. But that's like one that gives me some issues at times. And then, so going back to physical therapy, sorry, but ADHD gets a little wild sometimes. So after doing the pulley with the like the jump rope with handles on it, going up and down on the side, then I get on the bands where I'm going out to the neutral position, and then from the neutral position coming back in, just developing that good muscle memory and slow high twitch muscles where like they give you that big support in there. I've not been able to do any, like, let's say bicep curls or anything like that, because the doctor does not want me to do any workouts with bicep 8 weeks out. So so I got like 3 more weeks before we start doing some like any type of curling or using that bicep, because when they anchored it into your bone, it has to calcify and make sure that it's like almost like a broken bone and just repairing itself. The way I could just put it to in layman's terms. So, so again, no bicep workouts, but just total shoulder workout. And so then I also lay down on like, it's like a massage chair where like it has a hole in the middle, but I want to get to the end of the table, so then when I'm going and it just comes up like this, like going up to a 90-degree angle while you're laying down, like, and this is my back, like I'm just bringing it up that way, and then straight arm, and then to the side. And I do that for 30 times as well. 3 sets of 10, a little rest in between. And I found that like just doing that at physical therapy, and then when they gave me some homework too, where I'll take that that broomstick and kind of catty corner it while I'm laying down, and just kind of just bring it out while I like, right here is like almost neutral, and I can't get like go further. So with that broomstick, I slowly can like push it out without like jamming it or whatever and messing it up. So it goes out a little bit, and then it comes back in, and while you're holding that broomstick, which is really cool. It's a nice and controlled exercise. I still do the pendulums where I just let my arm hang down. I just go back and forth, side to side. And what else? Take it's like not a medicine ball, but like one of those workout balls, and then try to push it against the wall a little bit, but not too much. Just for giving that a little bit of tension, just to start building some muscles behind. Because I would say my labrum tear was more in the rear part of my shoulder, because when I was driving, like I'm a left-handed driver, but you know, let's say I'm just driving like this, my arm would just feel like it's popping out for no reason. And the only thing I can really think of is when I was deployed, I was working out, and it popped out, and I put the weight back up and popped it back in. I said, all right, you know what? I'm not going to be working out for the rest of the day. So I'm pretty sure that was a day, because I couldn't do any bench press for a while after that. But I still went ahead and try to do some other shoulder workouts just to strengthen it back up. So it happens, you know, when you're working out, and you know, after a long shift while deployed, you know, shit happens. I'm just glad I had some brothers there to help me out. And they came over and asked if I was okay. But I actually put the weight back up, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. But you know, I went home, took some Tylenol, and man, I passed out. As you know, when you're on deployment, you really don't think about things. You're just trying to get your job done. So going to my handy dandy Gibson here. So like, as you can see, I can go up and down this fretboard pretty good. Like this right here, it gives me a little bit of pressure because it's a little higher. But like at this point, so here's this B minor 7 I was talking about, where it was, I got on the 1 string, 3 string, 5 and 4 string. Like that gave me a problem. But if I'm holding it up, it still gives me like just a little bit of tension right here. But E minor's fine. A minor, you know, F a little bit. Those bar chords do hurt, but then I actually cheat. I just do a non-barred F and C's. This G and C at 9. So those are pretty easy. Initially, because I always have this on my sling, and it has it like the 4-inch pad there, and it just gives me that good support. As I talked to my doctor, he said I could play the guitar up to my whenever I start feeling like I'm getting fatigued, go ahead and stop it. But it's still pretty good exercise to get your shoulder going, because you know you're sliding up and down the fretboard and trying to get that muscle memory back. And then you're using your fingers and giving that pressure on there, and it's flexing, like let's say your forearm, and it's doing things in the whole arm that you just don't know until like you're doing it. I'm like, man, I didn't know I had a little bit of tension there just by doing a B minor 7 or a bar chord F. You know, like it's crazy to think that like the little things is just just wild. Anyway, So yeah, the guitar playing is fine. I'm not like um, I'm I'm confident, but like the only thing that's been a real problem is like setup, because I only can use one arm, and I pack everything now to a weight that's not extremely heavy because I have to use only one arm, so everything takes extremely long, and I try to have to be very creative. So I bought extra like gym bag stuff and just put equipment little by little there. So I try not to get anything over like 20 pounds on my right arm, just for stage setup or whatever. Um, and I did get a rock and roller cart that I put on, but sometimes when I go into different places, it's a little tighter and I have to walk everything in. So that would be one downside. I will say that one thing I did feel this week. I was getting up off the ground doing some physical therapy, like homework stuff, and it was like almost like doing a full setup. And for some reason, like my whole like outside pec, I mean, like you're losing muscle regardless, but I had gotten the biggest Charlie horse. And I talked to my physical therapist about it. He's like, so um, even though like my long head bicep tendon is reattached, it's still all in the same general area. And then like the muscles that I'm not using in my chest, it's just very, very weak. And it's also like helps, like you have to drink a lot more water. I mean, I try to drink about a gallon of water a day, but to try to flush everything out and stay pretty hydrated. But sometimes you just don't even think about like how much water you're not drinking. So I would say just definitely drink that water, and you talk to your physical therapist to see what else you could do at home. So I will say like if I wanted to demonstrate the dowel, it would be like me pushing out that way and holding it, and then coming back that way. I'm controlling everything with my right arm, as you can see, and just let my left arm, my surgeried shoulder go along for the ride, where it's not not being compromised. So like you just saw there, I put my guitar back with my right hand. I actually have to remind myself. That's just why I always have myself in a sling anyway, and like I'm just using my right arm. But I will say there was some progress this week. Actually, starting last week after my last video, I was able to put my underwear on with two arms. My underwear, I couldn't do it like too bad because I can't go too far back. Sorry, with this shoulder, but I can still put my arm down. I feel confident enough to bring my arm down and kind of just stand up and lifting up my underwear. My pants. I mean, these little things are huge, and your socks. I mean, my socks. Those three things were amazing. My shirts, I'm getting better at getting on and off, because I can extend my arm and just bring my shirt on. It's like I'm getting a little bit more maneuverability. But like today, I was walking and I lost my balance, and real quick I like put my shoulder back, and I like, oh God, I don't quite know. I guess it was just like kind of protecting myself, and I guess strained it a little bit too much. But that did make my shoulder feel a little weary, and did make a little sore a little bit too. So be careful for that. But I tell you, the best, it's just like the little small things, like putting on your pants, shoes, and your underwear with two hands. You really take it for granted when you only use one hand and you're trying to go around the other side on through your back to try to pull up pants, or having your significant other, your mom, your brother, your sister, whoever is out there to help you out with putting your clothes on. It's a son of a gun. So yeah, so that was a pretty good feeling of doing that. And then also before I got the surgery, I did a lot of research actually. And one video on YouTube told me to get the aerosol deodorant, which has helped out tremendously. But like I say, like, since I can lift my arm up a little better, which, like, I feel like I don't really get it clean very well, but I try my best with everything. But now I could open up a little bit more and clean everything, and then also just really get that spray in there for the deodorant. And then I can actually go over a little bit and still spray over here. So it's like just those little, like, inch by inch, like, I can do these small things that you really do take for granted. Now, as a guitar player as well, I got this. I'm not sponsored by Diodario, but I got this Diodario like hand or finger worker outer, I don't know. Finger workout tool, and it's just for your fingertips to go get that good pressure on your guitar fretboard. But it's also, I'm using it to help strengthen my arms out too, and I think that's pretty good. Like how you had the old boxers, they'll just sit there with the hand grips and just go back and forth. So this is a little bit more isolated and assisting your finger strength, which I think is really, really cool. And it's probably more up, like how big, maybe it's a little smaller than what the actual guitar neck is, but I do that daily as well on helping me get back to playing very confidently and in almost full strength with this shoulder. Now, I'm trying to think about what else I've done this week. Oh, I'll say I'm able to bend my head down enough to where I can, like, use two hands to wash my head. Man, you would never think that being able to just wash your hair would be so satisfying with two hands, where you just took advantage of it forever. Which is, I mean, like, I feel so much better now. I noticed before not able to do that. It was only on the surgery side that, like, I feel like I had psoriasis, or, like, I don't know what was going on with my scalp, but since I've had two surgeries within 1 year, actually September to January is like in between. So October, November, December, within 4 months, I had two surgeries. I feel like my body was in such shock that I don't know what extra, like, I guess white blood cells, red blood cells were going to help. Like, hey, let's heal this body up. We need to do something. And maybe it was just neglecting some of the other parts of my body, where, like, I had like there's just heavy flaking on one side, and then my facial skin was like, I'd take a shower and it would just be peeling all the time. So there might be some things like that. It might not be everybody, but if you notice something like that, it's just something like, your body's just healing. When I go to the doctor, I will ask him specifically that question, to be like, hey, when you get surgeries like that, is there, like, does it affect any other parts of the body where I would be, I guess it would be neglected and just produce another side effect, I guess. I don't know how to really deliver that that question to the doctor, but I'm going to ask him, like, hey, I got two surgeries, and then, like, my head started flicking like crazy. It would look like it was snowing on Christmas Day or something like that. It was wild, and I was very embarrassed. Got it under control, and went to a dermatologist, and they gave me some skin treatment for my scalp and my face, and it was some psoriasis, and yeah, I don't know. So going back, covering up what we just discussed for week 5 of a post shoulder surgery. I had a labrum tear fixed, a rotator cuff fixed, long head biceps tendon reattached, and some bone spurs shaved away, so we don't have to go back and like fix the stuff that should have been fixed anyway to begin with. mobility is coming along. My strength is not there yet. Following a PT at home and doing it at the physical therapy office. Dr. Jordan out of the Andrews Institute, what an amazing doctor. So like the only pain I really have is like a soreness after doing the workouts that we're doing, physical therapy workouts, and which is like, it feels good. It's like you know, it's like a soreness that like you're like, oh God, it feels so good, but you know, like you couldn't do more because it probably end up being hurt. But it's just a good stretching soreness, and working out where like it's almost, if any of y'all in the military, it's just pain leaving, weakness is leaving the body, the pain. So that's the way I attribute that in my head. And I just like, you know what, it's just little by little. And you know, I'm not going to be able to bench 225 tomorrow, but maybe in about a year and a half, 2 years, I'll be back up to 225, which is fine with me, you know. But I just want to make sure that I can use my shoulder and it's fixed for the rest of my life, and I just feel really confident in my ability of just doing daily activities all the time. I say they, the people I've watched on there, especially with doctors, they say when you forget that you're doing actions with any, like let's say with your surgery extremity, when you forget that you're doing it and you're just doing the actions just on your whatever command, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna go get a glass of water, a glass for water, and you don't think about it, you start using your arm. That means you're basically back to 100%. Now you just gotta go get your strength back, instead of you really thinking about, let me raise this arm, let me go. See, I mean that right there, I can't really do too much. You know, like I can go like here, but this, if I go straight arm, I can't even do anything. So that is my week 5 update. Go to see my doctor next week, and I'll do the update for week 6, and then I'll also give an update after I go to the doctor. So hopefully somebody's getting some really good information from me. Just putting it out there. I figure I'd document it because I could not find anything for any guitar or musicians with their fret arm. I mean, I've seen somebody with their picking arm, but or strumming arm, but not their not the fretboard. So thank you very much. God bless, and subscribe, follow, and put the good old notifications bell on, and you'll see all these videos. Thank you.